My name is Nnenna Elendu, Ukeje, member representing Bende Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm from Abia State. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to commend the mover of this motion for bringing to the fore this motion. And again, Mr. Speaker, sir, it seems like this motion is a continuation of the motion from yesterday that calls to question the reason why there is a subversion of our laws and the reason why we're carrying on a democratic government without taking into cognizance the structures, the institutions, and the processes of our democracy. Mr. Speaker, sir, whenever it is that these laws, and most of these laws are a creation of laws of parliament, Mr. Speaker, the consideration of reports from when these laws are passed on the floor of the House, we spend a lot of time trying to debate the constitution of these boards. We take special care to ensure that certain people are put in certain boards of these parastatals. For the simple reason, Mr. Speaker, sir, that as a parliament, we recognize the fact that we must get the expertise, we must derive from the expertise of all these different sectors to ensure that these arms of our government, of these parastatals of our government, are run seamlessly with the inclusion of all the expertise that is available to us. Mr. Speaker, sir, for instance, we speak to diversification. We speak to seamless customs agency, for instance. Mr. Speaker, so we're looking to non-oil profits. We're looking to optimally utilizing what's available for us to shore up our economic base. But Mr. Speaker, we have a customs that is run today without a board that would normally include someone from the Ministry of Finance, someone from the Ministry of Justice, someone from the private sector as secretary, and so on and so forth. And Mr. Speaker, these things speak to very granular compositions of these places so that they run seamlessly. Mr. Speaker, my concern is that we carry on as if we do not have structures. We carry on as if we have never had government. We carry on as if we have a government that has no precedence. Mr. Speaker, these things happened in the last how many years of our democracy in our country. And now we're running our government as if it is a one-man show. It was President Barack Obama that said, Africa needs strong institutions, not strong men. And when we put these strong men without the people to question the decisions that they make, Mr. Speaker, we inadvertently tear down our institutions. I therefore would urge, like my colleagues who have spoken before me, that there is indeed, as President Obama again will say, the urgency of now. That we must, as a parliament, ensure that we say it loud and clear to the government that this is a time for them to stop subverting our laws, to stop subverting the rule of law, and to do things within our statute books. Because if these laws are in our statute books, Mr. Speaker, sir, they are there to be adhered to. And non-adherence to these laws will carry serious penalties. And I'm saying, and again, my colleague said that we have dropped the ball on this one in our oversight, because as members of parliament, we should be the ones saying it, and I'm glad that today we're saying it, that in the very, very not distant future, that these boards are constituted so that we can indeed say that we are a country that is run not only by the rule of law, but by processes, by systems, and by structures. Thank you very much.
Minority Leader.